the boys were in the Lost City, and when they first discovered the Lost City, of course it was pillaged for all of its treasures. Along with the treasures was all of this work made out of gold. It's amazing to think that these creations were made 8 to 900 BC. Intricate gold work. It's not coming up very well in the video, but they're just fantastic.
It was carnival time in the province of Barranquilla, and the staff at Santa Marta Marina threw a cruisers carnival for us and showed us how to move. Unfortunately, with my leg, I could only watch.
This is Kelly. She normally works in the office every day, but she's just made a cocktail. It's the Colombian flag for Carnival. There it is.
We're going to Minca.
Yeah. After a 45-minute taxi ride up into the hills of Minca, we were dropped off on the main street. We had a little bit of lunch and then went to find the river. In the distance, far in the lights, is where we've left Wave down in Santa Marta. We've climbed up the hill 650 metres to Minca.
This is our eco hab. It's the next morning, but I thought I'd show you. It's pretty big. Inside goes like this. We've got some wobbly ass stairs.
On our way to the coffee plantation, cocoa coffee plantation.
It's a coffee tree.
The coffee comes down these yellow pipes and with water and into the well, and the good coffee beans will sink to the bottom and then they get sucked away.
And the second grade coffee beans float on the top and they get pushed out over this way.
Not only were the aqueducts and the water used for sorting the coffee cherries, the water was also used to run a generator which ran the remaining machines within the plant and also all of the power for the local village.
Yeah, Also, is not exactly what we expected it to be.
They grind the cacao on the bike here to make their chocolate. They sit here with this amazing view. Here they mix the coffee husks with coca leaves and make it their own special kind of tea.
Been given a little bit of cocaine wine to drink, made right here. Cheers.
Cocaine.
That's a coca leaf inside the wine. It was very tasty, but it's 25% alcohol, so a little cup's enough.
So this coca wine is the very original origins of Coca-Cola.
After Senor Cacao encouraged the boys for a quick swim in the river to cool off, when they came back up, he had them set about making chocolate. Tiny little bees create honey, but they're so little there's no poison. So Blake's playing with them. Part of the reason we ended up staying in Santa Marta for 3 weeks is that we finally found somebody who could make new canvas sunshades for us. So Raphael and his team have arrived today to take the state pack off, which is the final step, adding the sit, and they say it'll all be done by tomorrow.
Mum and I have just started reorganising the nav table a little bit, not much, but we've now got this tablet holder and we've put our new kitchen light remote on the wall. And upstairs we've got Dad working on a new sound system.
Leo, we need to feed this hose from the bottom of the bilge here back to the water bucket maker. Can you do it?
Through where and how?
Well, you grab this end, climb down underneath, take it with you through the gap at this big, and I'll see at the other end. As mentioned earlier, Leo and I have got a little project of feeding this hose all the way through underneath the bilge to the back of the boat where the water maker is, to feed the salt water to it. And you can see it disappears in there We've got it through past the engine, and I'll just go and show you on the other side. Inside another hatch on the other side, just behind the motor, you can see the exhaust box cavity, and the hose here, it continues on. It's got a spare hose there at the moment, and it goes in underneath the fuel tank. We've fed it through that little hole under the fuel tank and right to the back of the boat, which is where Leo is pulling it through at the moment. Down here in the back locker, the lazarette where Leo is, and the water maker, you can see the hose has come out. We've got it coming out, comes from out underneath there where all the exhaust and other tubing is, and we've got to connect it up to the water maker and then make it all secure and tight. A year or so back, 2 years ago now, we bought a second-hand storm jib just for backup, as you do. We ordered it, and we knew at the time it was supposed to be rescue oranges. It is the regulation in New Zealand for Cat 1, but as you can see, when it turned up to the boat, this was 2 years ago of course, it was not, it's just plain white. It's strong material and it's all good, but it's not rescue orange. But I've just pulled it out of the locker this morning before our next passage, and going over it is one of the things we haven't checked yet since we've been back on the boat after our going home for COVID. And I was just going through and checking all the hanks, making sure they work still, and making sure it's all in good condition. Which a couple of hanks are seized a little bit, so fixing those. But apart from that, it'll be ready to go again.
Right now we have our covers being put on. They are newly made by a guy with a sewing machine.
Oh, the new sunshades are on and they look fantastic. Raphael's craftsmanship is really good. There was just a little bit of misunderstanding in the design process since we don't speak Spanish and he doesn't speak English, but I think all in all it was a pretty positive result. Very fortunately, this is not our boat, but it is a boat just across from ours in the marina. There were people here yesterday and there were no bees, but the bees have moved in overnight. Most nights we've been here, we've had dinner and we've walked into town and we've got ice creams from this gentleman. Every night it's a bit of a lottery because we don't know what the flavours are, we're learning, but it's always good.
We are getting ready to leave to go to Sandblast, Panama.